that you need to have. You'll see that I'm not nearly ready to engage him because I have mostly Hydralisks right now, and guess what? He has Zealots. Zealots eat Hydras alive. So you'll see that. So what do I do? What do I do? I start morphing a roach. Now how many roaches do I end up morphing? I would love it if it would just happen the way I think it would. Come on. After I don't get supply blocked. Here we go. 4 more roaches. That's the kind of direct response you need to have. I saw this, and I said to myself, after I got supply blocked, I need to have roaches, because roaches need to take the damage from the Zealots. And look what I do. I get the roaches. And you'll see that does end up helping out. But you'll see that I'll stick with roaches for at least a little while. 9 more coming out. 9 total. And that's going to help take the damage, as I've said before. It's going to be pretty important. Transferring drones over to the 3rd. When you can versus Protoss, you need to expand. And drone like crazy. But anyway. So you'll see Protoss here's moving out. Scouting around. Look at that. A key scouting point for Protoss. He said, oh, Zerg's at the tower. He sees me coming. Oh. Let's see. Did he see... I'm not sure if he saw anything, but I'm fairly certain he caught the tail end of that, regardless of just seeing the Zergles, because he would have moved forward. He said, oh, I don't have what I need. I'm going to move back. And so you'll see he'll gather his Colossi and then attack later, after he gets a stronger force, because I have a lot of Hydras, which are going to completely destroy his army. So you see his observers getting scouting information. But the point is, you need to have the scouting information. That is the big deal. If you don't have it, you're in the dark. If you're in the dark, you're basically blind countering whatever your opponent has. So much of StarCraft is about action-reaction based on what they have. And you need to be having all the information you need so you can respond to things. So here we go. We've got our observer looking around. He's patrolling. He's seeing if an attack is going to come his way. He's going to get Colossi. Pretty normal. Now, do I have Corruptors yet? No. That's bad. I should have Corruptors by now, but I don't. It's way late in the game. I should already have them. But I was responding mainly to his Gateway army. But as you'll see, my supply is almost maxed right now, so I can't do it. So you'll see me do something a little bit interesting in order to be able to get the Corruptors I need, and we'll see that. So here comes Protoss. He's expanding again. Good job. He's coming out. I think my army's pretty fearsome right now. I have a 200 army. I need to get rid of it, because if I let Protoss build up, their army's going to absolutely decimate mine. So you see, run in, make him cancel, come back out, and now it's time to go attack Protoss. So let's check that out. Here we go. He really should have had his Phoenixes with his army there. Not that it would have made a huge difference, but... So here's the engagement against Protoss. I'm moving back to engage more favorably. And now look at this. I'm trying to pick off those Colossi. Obviously what you want to do is if you guys didn't know already, and I'll talk about this in a different episode in much more detail with better games, but attacking priorities and army engagement is a big deal in StarCraft. And a quick tip for you guys who don't know, attacking Colossi is what you want to do. You want to hit those heavy gas units instead of focusing on the Stalkers. Or, for instance, if they want Void Rays, you wanna focus on hitting out the heavy gas units, like the Archons and the Templar and the Void Rays, not the Void Rays, the Colossi. And then later on, you can hit the Void Rays once everything else is dead. So, immediately, the response to Colossi, Corruptors. I got a lot of them, perhaps too much, but I didn't know if he was going double Robo Colossi or single Robo. So I figured, oh, he's probably going double Robo. I need a lot of Corruptors. And then I switched my army to primarily Roaches and Corruptors because I know he's going to have so many of them, of the Colossi. Now, I didn't see the 2 Robo, and it would have been much better to see it, and that's an error in my own play. I should have scouted for it. I needed to have an Overlord scout in the base earlier to see this sort of thing going on. What if you went Templars? I would have no knowledge of it. Regardless, the response, Corruptors. It was a decent response, obviously, against Protoss Colossi. So again, we'll see how that plays out. So here we go. We've got the Corruptors. We've got our Roach army. More are coming on the way. I've got plenty of money. I'm maxed again. Here we go. I'm attacking. And Protoss sees all these Corruptors and is like, oh man, look at how many Corruptors you have. This does not stand a chance. So, the lesson from that game. You need to be able to make an appropriate response based on what you see. You can't just focus on, oh hey, I'm going to do one thing and then not respond. Or, oh hey, I see this, now what do I do in order to respond to that? You have to be flexible in your builds, especially as Zerg, but with all races. You have to be flexible in the scouting you see. Now, for our last game in this short episode, I'm going to show you all what happens when scouting goes wrong. Again, this is me again. I'm sorry I have so many games of me, guys. I will be focusing on getting a much better variety of games, perhaps include some professional games, and kind of be able to comment more efficiently on what others do at a higher level. But the reason I'm doing this based on lower level gameplay is to show you with emphasis the relevancy of what I'm talking about at lower levels, whether it be bronze, silver, gold, masters, what have you. So we'll see. Close positions, that's the first thing. I'm scouting. Oh, I'm thinking in my head, okay, I'm coming into Pro's base. He's really close. I don't want to 14 hatch into this. This is a really bad idea. I'll go safe. Pool first. Again, I'm looking around. What's in his base? What do I see? Does he put the assimilator up at the normal time? Does he put his cybernetics core up at the normal time? Does he go forge instead? Does he put up a fast expand? What's he doing? And he's checking that same thing, keeping his probe in here. Did Zerg decide to expand first? Did he not? You know, how can I respond to that? And again, hatchery going up normal time. Gas is a little early, but it's coming up semi-normal, so I wasn't too worried about it. But that actually was a little bit earlier than normal, and I should have taken that more seriously. But also, it depends on when he puts his probes in gas. But regardless. So I've got my Zergling Scouts. I'm going to go check out what he has. Again, the expand's going up at normal time for me. Here come the Zerglings. What do they see? What am I going to figure out here? Oh, hey. I'm going to do some damage, and... oh, hey. Stalker. As Zerg, when you see the Stalker first, it signifies a different build most of the time. It either means I'm about to 4 warp gate you, or I'm going to tech. And usually they'll tech to a Stargate and go for something like Phoenixes. They might go for something like Void Rays. It just depends. So, I see that. Immediately, I have a response to that. Now, in my head I'm responding, but not so much in the gameplay because I'm going for drones. You always want to be droning as much as you can early on, but we'll see response to that soon. Now, this is another example of what can happen when you scout something and don't take every possibility into account. This game, I said to myself, he's close position. I saw the Stalker. He might be going for Warp Gate. I think that's what he's doing. So immediately I throw up the Spine Crawlers. This is a direct response to a 4-gate, not to possible Phoenix play, which is exactly what he does. He teched. He didn't go for Warp Gate. I assumed something, not based on what I knew. I didn't have an Overlord over here early enough to check this out, to see what he had. I didn't do that. And you'll see how much of an impact that has as the game progresses. This is crucial against Phoenix play. You need to know whether or not Pros is going Phoenix play, or whether they're full warp gating, or whether they're doing some kind of 3-gate expand. I had a feeling it wasn't 3-gate expanding. I knew he had something. I'm checking around for the pylon. Why am I scouting with these Zerglings? I want to see. Does he have a pylon here? Does he have a sneaky pylon over here? Does he have a pylon somewhere over here? I don't know. I can't tell if he's doing 4 warp gates, so I need to figure out, based on what I see, what he's doing. So I see the Stalker, I see he's still in his base. You know, I'm still not, you know, I don't really know what to think here. I'm droning up. I'm thinking, oh, I'm clear. You know, he doesn't have, I don't even know what he has, but I'm thinking, oh, you know, I'm not too worried. I'm in a good position. I'm droning up. He's a little bit behind, and oh dear, oh my, Phoenixes are in my base. This is a prime example of what happens when you react incorrectly to something. Oh no, Phoenixes are coming into my base. Well, look what happens. got Queen's getting destroyed. He's microing out of the way. That was good. Oh no, second Queen's getting destroyed. I'm just now responding. Look at how late this response is. This could have happened so much better. I could have had spore crawlers up a lot earlier. And if I was unsure, I should have put it up anyway. But I didn't. And that's why this happened. Look at how far behind I'm getting as these overlords get taken out one at a time. It's just now the spore crawlers are coming up. Such a delayed response. So I'm still trying to be proactive with these. I'm checking to see, does he have the expansion yet? Because I know, based on these phoenixes, he doesn't have that large of an army. He can't. It's not possible. Because these are so resource intensive. So you'll see he does a significant amount of damage. I mean, he's way ahead at this point, or at least should be. And you'll see I'm looking around for the expansion, don't see it. I put up my own expansion because you can expand into phoenixes. Trying to put up my spore crawlers. Oh hey, the Hydrodon's coming up. Yeah, just what I need against the phoenixes. That's what you want to be doing. And so now, I'm going to move out again with my Zerglings. Because I'm basically in the dark right now. I can only see these. I could have moved this in to see a little bit more, and I do that. But oh hey, I scout about now, take out the expansion. Oh hey, what do I see? Warp gates, Citadel, so we could be going for